I'm so tired of this shit. Okay, so welcome back to the podcast.
Number 6.
You're not going to do the hand thing, that you
No,
always
I
do.
refuse to this time because you take the piss every time.
I've kind of become accustomed to
I can't help it. 6.
it. What are you going to do when you run out of hands?
Use my toes.
What happens when you run out of fingers and toes?
Penis. That just adds one though.
Well, I don't know. It's quite
Let's put them together.
so we got 1 1/4.
Sword fight. More like a dagger and sword fight.
1 1/4 penises. Oh, sounds like talking to my missus when I asked her. Except for the 1, it was just quarter.
Yeah, that's what she told me anyway.
What, that I have quarter of a penis?
Yeah. She calls it the nubbin.
I want your stinky nubbin. Oh, why stinky? Why did I have stinky to her? Anyway, welcome to the podcast number 6.
6.
6. Sorry if we both look a bit tired and haggard. We've had a couple of late nights. This is late night number 3.
Yes.
Doing stuff for your daughter Tyler.
Yeah, we're currently building a drift car for her. Obviously, by the time she sees this, she would have had her birthday and got her present. No doubt you'll see it also over social media. We're also making a YouTube video on it.
Yeah, been trying to.
Yeah, it's just come out the paint booth.
Well, we painted it last night, didn't we? Dragged it out tonight.
Last little bit's out the paint booth now.
It's been a bit of a lazy night on it tonight, to be fair. We've already done I've done some black bits and you've been putting it back together, haven't you?
Yeah.
Be finished tomorrow, back on the trailer.
Be amazing.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Look out for the YouTube. Or if the YouTube's out, I'll link it here.
Right here.
There should be a box of it.
Yeah.
I'll have to Google how you do that.
Why has it not appeared?
Anyway, it's because I haven't uploaded the video yet. That's what it is.
Oh, you're telling me it isn't actually there when people do it?
What do you mean?
When people go, here's a video, here. The video doesn't appear.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's what it is. That's exactly what happens, mate. Right, what were we talking about? What were we going to talk about? Oh, yeah.
Should we do a shout out? Big Dirty Burnouts?
Yeah, we should do a shout out to Big Dirty Burnouts. Obviously for the flag.
The flag is awesome.
The guys are awesome.
They are brilliant.
They're wicked guys. And obviously we've got we'll talk more about it in detail, I think, once we've spoken more with them. But we're setting up a kind of partnership, aren't we?
Yeah.
Good, should be good.
Partnership.
Yeah, we'll do some videos on it as well of what we're doing. So Big Dirty Burnouts is a huge sim community and sim drifting.
Yeah.
Obviously Skippy does. Well, Skippy's how we met these guys.
Yeah.
And we met Sam. I took Sam out around Zoyland one day. Legend of a guy.
Yeah.
And that's where it's all come from. Mm-hmm. But the general gist of it is they want to build our cars to our specs. As in, they want to build them exactly as they are.
Yeah.
So the livery is exactly the same.
Alignment, wheel size.
Tyres.
Tyres, how they handle everything.
Yeah.
So
engine note. They even want to get the engine note everything.
Yeah, they want footage
Feedback
from the feedback from the engine sound.
No, they want recording of the engine sound.
That's it, recording of the engine sound.
They want feedback to try and make the sim even more realistic.
Yeah.
So if they build our cars, we can tell them, no, it's got more of this.
Yeah, or less this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Yeah. There's not enough rust holes in this.
Pardon?
There's not enough rust holes in this.
Yeah. This feels like it's all put together quite well.
Yeah. There's no clonks.
Yeah. Where's
no
the clonk?
whining.
Why is it not going when you're trying to pull forward? Why isn't someone at the side of the track fixing it for me? So yeah, big shout out. Guys are awesome. If you're into your sim drifting, you probably already know these guys. If you're into sim drifting and you don't know these guys, you need to get on them. Awesome. Topic of this podcast. Come on, we are tired. I feel like we're stumbling
tired.
here.
Yeah, I am. Slurry.
Oh, something exciting news. We have a guest next week. I'm not going to say who it is.
But you can't say it
I'm not
because
going
this
to
will be
say.
a week behind it.
I know, yeah. So tune in next week. We actually have a new guest.
Right.
You're trying to think what to say without saying anything, aren't you?
No, I'm trying to think of how this works.
What do you mean?
This will be out
This will be out in a couple of weeks, and then the one after this will be
I'm
out
so confused. I'm so tired. I'm just gonna go for it. We have a guest
next week. We have a guest.
next week. We have a guest.
Yeah, next week's podcast we have a guest. And actually, I've probably got about 3 or 4 more people now who are lined up.
Yeah.
Other news. I've invested in a camera. Obviously,
Yeah,
so we should have a bit better
Pretty
quality.
fucking cool.
It is quite cool. Gimbal.
Gimbal.
Obviously, some expensive microphones.
Yeah.
So the audio should be a lot better. And I've had a few people say about when I add the music into the podcast. And I was actually listening. I actually had one of our podcasts come on. I can't remember why, when I was driving home, and it's weird.
Is it?
So I get it. So when people are listening to it in their headphones, it's really weird when there's music and us talking.
Okay.
So I'll stop doing that now.
Delete
So
that.
this is moving forward. Better audio, better quality. I mean, you look pretty bad in 4K, so I've turned the quality down a bit.
Thank you so much. That's what I was worried about.
We're not going full 4K. But there's some exciting guests coming up. So good. Anyway, moving on. So that's the news over and done with.
I like the news.
That's the news.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
I liked how you joined in. That's what I like. So I was thinking tonight we could talk about the differences of built versus bought, and where you would do,
Yeah.
knowing what you know, right, and taking into the account of time
Yeah.
and headaches and issues.
Yeah.
If you had, let's go, £40,000 to build a car or buy a car,
Yeah.
what would you do? So the way I see it is,
Yeah.
the idea of building a car, awesome. I'd
Yeah.
love to start from a shell,
Yeah,
buy everything new.
How easy is it to just jump in someone else's built car?
But how's it going to work for you?
You'd make it work. Do you think when you jump in another chassis, it just works? It doesn't.
No.
You make it work. You
No.
adjust. And
But-
who's to say when you build that car, it's still going to work for you?
It's development either way, isn't it?
Yeah, you can obviously develop a built car though.
Okay, so what would you rather?
I personally think I would rather build a car. If someone give me, or I had 40 grand cash, I'd just love a pile of bits with a fresh shell, no scratches on it, like not even a scratch, let alone a bit of rust, a few dents, not even a scratch, just a bare shell, and a pile of bits, engine, sequential, winters. Although I don't think 40 grand would build you that, but I also think 40 grand can buy you a whole built car though.
This is what I was going to get to.
Yeah.
I think what you would get from 40 grand to build new, even using some second-hand parts, let's say you bought a second-hand sequential,
Yeah.
second-hand winters.
Yeah. That's
I
20
think-
grand.
Is it?
That's 20 grand.
How much is a winters? Is it that much?
A new winters, but that's just a bare winters. I think it's like 7 or 8 grand.
Is it?
Yeah, you then need to get a subframe modified. I think Mike Walton does them for an S body for like 2 grand.
Right.
Fit some winters straight in. Then you need shafts.
Yeah, but yeah, all right, yeah. So, well, yeah, there you go. There you go. So,
I think, don't quote me on that, guys. I looked once when I was dreaming. You know, when you're like, "Cool, I'd love a winters."
yeah, I wonder how much that is.
And then you
I
just
don't
look
mind
at it-
spending 500 quid on that.
Yeah.
Shit,
Christmas is coming up. Let's look at some winters.
Mum.
Winters diffs, by the way. Some people might
Yeah.
not know what winters is.
it's a quick. It's a
Quick change diff.
yeah. So you can change the ratios. Fast.
Change the ratios. Just take off back and plate. Change two gears.
I had a really interesting. I always feel like I mention Matt Smith on every podcast, but like the dude is just,
He's a legend and he's local.
and he's just like a fountain of knowledge. And
Yeah.
I take everything
honestly.
he says. I listen to.
Yeah.
We're talking about this.
Yeah.
How much horsepower do you reckon you lose for a winters? You were there when we had this conversation,
Yeah.
weren't you?
Yeah.
That blew my mind. What was it? Well, how much did he say
It's
it was?
like 30%, I think.
Was it 30%? Was it?
Something like that. Because the gear in the winters is so big. The what you call the crown. I
Yeah.
believe the crown wheel's so big. Whereas, if you think about it, in regards to like torque and all that, how much power you lose just by trying to turn that big gear, in it.
Which is where you gain more response over stuff like light and flywheels
Yeah,
because it's less to turn.
that's it.
But I never even considered any of that. Do you know what I mean? It didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah,
And then we got into the because I love picking his brain with stuff like this because
Yeah.
he's such a factual guy as
Yeah.
well, and he explains everything. It's great. And we were talking about even the difference between a BMW big case diff
That's
and
it.
a small case.
To how much they weighed,
Yeah,
the weight of each one.
yeah. But I mean, it's just something I never would have considered. I would have gone big case diff, stronger.
Yeah.
But he was saying how much they weigh and how much horsepower you can actually lose from an NA engine.
Yeah.
Which already isn't, you want as much out of it as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Chucking a bigger diff in it, thinking that you're doing the right thing, is going to make it feel instantly slower.
Yeah.
And it's like noticeably slower as well. Mental. Mind blown. Loved it. I loved the conversation.
Yeah.
I think we stood there for about 3.5 hours talking about
I
diffs.
fucked off in the end and went
You
to bed.
did. You
I was
went to
like,
bed.
guys, I'm going to bed. Yeah.
Yeah, I only stopped talking about it because I thought it felt bad, and I thought he needs to go to bed. And I could have quite happily talked about diff for another 3 hours.
I'm pretty
to be
sure he
honest.
could have as well.
Yeah.
I think he enjoys it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Anyway, winters and sequential. We should call. Do you know what we should call this podcast?
Winters and sequential.
No,
Oh.
just the whole podcast. Sidetracked.
Sidetrack. Because
We never stay on topic.
we never stay on topic.
Yeah.
But that's probably what makes it interesting. If we stay on topic, I think it would be as fun.
For us.
I mean, if I mentioned boobs,
Ooh,
what's your perfect boob?
man or woman boob.
What's your perfect boob? Could be either. You know, you
sick
could be that way.
puppy. You sick puppy. Anyway, so I think bang for buck, you would end up with a lot more out of a built car.
Yeah.
But it's all going to be used more.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I would feel, I was going to say maybe the fact of that it would never really feel like your car because you didn't build it. But then, like you said, you never get in someone else's car and just drive it. You change the whole thing. You're going to change the look of it, aren't you? To a certain degree,
Yeah.
you're gonna make it yours in your own way, I suppose.
But you didn't own your car from brand new.
No,
I didn't own my car from brand new. Someone else
I'm
has
not
driven
saying
it
brand
before.
new.
No, I'm saying someone else has driven our cars before. It's exactly the same. We've
then-
done our touches to it.
I would say, well, yeah. Except for the conversation that, aside from the roof and the rear glass, nothing in my car is actually the same.
Exactly. You've made it that much shitter. I mean, better. Sorry, I mean better.
What about it, mate? It's got a massive sticker on it. It's a gem.
It's got a duck on the back now.
Has it?
What, is it a duck?
Duck tail. What, the spoiler?
No.
What duck?
The sticker.
Has it got a duck on it? Oh yeah. What?
Yeah, exactly.
What
What? Oh yeah, what? Is
You
that
mean
what?
the duck that says you mess with the honk, you get the bonk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's new.
Yeah.
Where'd you get these from?
What?
I just every time I see a car, it's got a new sticker on it.
You not seen the one that says "Live, Laugh, Toaster Bath"? It's just a toaster jumping in a bath. I like my stickers.
That's quite like dark.
Yeah, because
That's
it's a piss take for the whole live, laugh, love.
Yeah.
Fuck off, live, laugh, toaster bath. Like,
Yeah.
And it's like a happy sticker.
That's very dark.
Yeah, I like
No,
that.
I've not seen that. I need to see it.
I'll show you it.
Anyway, where did these come from? Do you actually just go online and
stickers.
buy stickers?
Sia usually, my partner, Sia, usually ends up with them. She buys them, I think. I don't know. And then I'm like, that's awesome. And then I take them and stick them on the car.
So what was she buying them for?
I've never asked.
She got a wardrobe full of stickers somewhere because she's got a fucking sticker buying addiction. She can't back out from it.
She's got like
Every time
a
we take-
membership to like a funny sticker catalog.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I'm missing one.
She starts clucking.
Yeah.
Where's my sticker gone, yo?
why she said yo?
She's clucking and she's like a sticker head.
Bitch goes crazy for stickers.
Yeah.
Not interested in crack, just stickers.
Once again, sidetracked.
Sidetrack. About stickers.
I'm fucking too tired.
Yeah, we should have done this another night. Right, anyway. You just picture my missus clucking, aren't you?
While you're away, she's buying stickers, mate.
Huh?
Can never trust them. While you're away, she's buying stickers.
I mean, I'd rather that than crack, I suppose.
Depends on how many stickers she's buying.
Yeah. Oh my, let's just move on. If you could have, if you could get someone to build you a car, who would you get to build your car? So you could give them the specs, and they get to kind of put their touch on it.
I would send my car over to Ireland.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'd say probably Kevin Quinn.
Yeah, I'd say I'd be quite keen on a Quinn Motorsport.
I've seen his builds, which are absolutely fantastic. Never met the guy, never met him or anything like that. But just from what I've seen,
Yeah, to just work.
probably
work,
Kevin
don't
Quinn's. Yeah, Kevin Quinn Motorsport will
Yeah, I mean, you'd
definitely be the guy I would use to just
And what would you build?
what
What would you build?
PS
Would you?
PS13. Yeah, dream car, isn't it? I just couldn't afford one, so I had to settle for an S13.
Yeah.
Simple.
PS is just the best looking S body.
I agree.
I don't think there'll be many people that disagree with that. To be honest, I've got a revelation. I found an S15, and it's nearly pretty much like standard, and I love it. The front end as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave Egan's new yellow one. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Okay.
Fucking the rear of it with the spoilers and stuff, it just works.
Yeah.
It's so good, so nice, and I actually think it just looks really good.
For those of you who are new to this, he hates the front end of an S15. That was
That one though.
not that one.
That's the
only
first one
he
I've looked at and
likes.
gone, holy shit! I would love that car.
Yeah.
That 15 is that front end it just looks good. Okay. Maybe I'm looking at them a bit more now instead of just looking at them and going, oh, it looks boring.
And you've probably
Maybe
made
now
other
I'll go,
people. You've probably made other people look at them more now as well and go, actually, he's a little bit right.
Well, and maybe
It's
think
quite-
that
it's
they are
quite
quite
ugly. It's
boring.
quite ugly.
Like I said, every time
I like them, but
yeah, like I said, every time it just looks like a dog that's like had his head pulled back.
Yeah,
like
like-
it's like literally like that. That's what it looks like. It's like, oh, let's make this 90s car not look like a 90s car. I know what we'll do.
it's not,
yeah,
it's not
great.
a '90s car though, is it?
Oh, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's almost like they tried to move it away from the 90s to a 2000 car to make it more like smooth, isn't it? Where instead of so blocky. Whereas
Yeah.
obviously the 14A was blocky.
Yeah.
And they've tried to make it less blocky, whereas I'm all about that squareness.
Yeah.
Like PS. So just
I love
square.
it. It just looks like a
Gorgeous.
box, like the old
Gorgeous.
Mercedes E90s.
Yeah.
No, E.
1.8. Oh, what are they called? I don't know. Yeah.
Those.
Yeah.
They made them in a Cosworth version.
Look cool.
They're fucking.
Yeah.
They're so beautiful. E30s.
But I wonder if that is
BMWs.
because when we were kids, that's what
Maybe.
it was cool.
Yeah.
So like, because I always look at old cars, like classic cars, and think like, what a piece of shit.
They are.
Why would anyone want that? Like, I'm talking like Heralds and all that crap. Triumphs. And I just think like, oh, like that just is my worst nightmare, owning something that's just going to break down, it's slow and it's shit. But then as I'm getting older, I'm looking at stuff like, which is technically old now, like
Yeah.
30s and stuff, and I look at them and just go, it's fucking epic. I'd quite happily have that as a weekend car.
Yeah.
Like, am I turning into that old man that's now driving around that wants a classic car?
Maybe.
And I'd be like, yeah, I could work on it because it's not that bad. Because I'm looking at hybrid stuff, whereas people look at like Heralds and MGs and go, oh, they're simple to work on because it's carburetor, it's not fuel injected.
Yeah.
Like the everyman's toy.
I've always liked old cars though,
Yeah, me too.
just because I was brought up around them. I think.
Well, how old? Like, what are you talking about? Or what? Like
just
the old
the
Heralds?
E30.
Oh
the
yeah, no,
E30 era.
yeah, I love that kind of era. to be
Yeah.
fair.
Escorts.
I
The
thought
Mark II Escort.
Like an Escort.
Yeah, and along those lines, Capri. I don't know. That could be my unpopular opinion. A new one.
Go
I
on.
fucking hate Capris.
Do you?
Yeah,
Why?
I think they're fucking ugly. I think they're ugly and
Jesus.
shit. And then they put a
Never
V6 in it, which I'm pretty sure has less horsepower than the four-cylinder. They're shit. They're ugly.
I like them.
But
Never, never driven one.
But I love old Fords. I just hate the Capri. Why is that? It's almost like they tried to make him a bit American Muscle, half-assed it.
Don't know. Because I disagree. I like a Capri.
Yeah?
I do.
I don't. That's one old Ford I don't like. There's not many I don't like.
Except for a Capri.
Except for a Capri, yeah.
No, I fuck with a Capri.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I'd quite like one. But then, like I said, I've never driven one. I bet they're shit.
probably.
Because it's an old car, innit?
Yeah,
They're just shit.
I've never driven one.
No.
So what car would you rather have? As in, built... Well, would you rather build a car or buy a car already built?
The idea of building a car is awesome. I'd love to build a car.
Yeah.
But I also know I would stress myself out of it. I wouldn't get time to do it.
Yeah.
and can't do it as good as what I would want it.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, Mark Brown's,
S13.
Matt's PS and stuff,
Yeah.
like his 46,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like, in my head, that's what I would build. The reality is, I'd get annoyed halfway through something that wasn't going right and stick a tech screw in it because it will do.
Yeah.
And again, what you would get for the money, I think I'd end up buying something.
I think buying's the way forward.
Yeah.
I think it costs you less, and you get in all the equipment. So, for example, if you were to buy an S14 winter sequential and all that, you can get one for 40 grand. You could literally put all of that, but it probably have Wise Fab on it. All singing, all dancing, all bits 2J. You could put that into your S14, and you'd end up with an empty shell. But it would cost you more to buy all those bits separate. Yeah, they're used. But how many new bits have you actually bought for your S14? Gearbox second hand?
Yeah,
engine, everything.
No, you're right, yeah.
Apart from coilovers and wheels and stuff, but everything's used, isn't it? It just is. You're not going to go to BMW. Like I'm running a BMW gearbox in mine. I wouldn't go to BMW and buy a brand new fucking gearbox.
No
way. No.
I'm pretty sure you didn't even buy the gearboxes in it. I'm pretty sure it came from Fitton.
I'm pretty sure you just love me. That's why you gave it to me.
I didn't give it to you, Fitton did.
You picked it up though.
Oh, I gave you my nice expensive prop
Yes.
because you sent the other one through the firewall on your car.
Firewall.
Not firewall.
The floor.
The tunnel. Yeah.
Yeah, the tunnel.
God, that's still so bad. Yeah. Car wise, I feel like the answer is a GT86 if I was going to build one because that's what everyone uses.
Yeah.
But if I could have any, it would be a PS.
Would it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're just so cool, mate.
Yeah.
They're just the best looking drift car. PS. I've always loved one. They've always been out
They're
of
just
reach.
best looking car. I just absolutely love them on track, off track. You put some fancy boy wheels on it and a lowered body kit. Don't have to do anything much to them. Some slightly wider arches skirts.
See, well, I mean, I've always been a very big fan of the FT RX-7.
Yeah.
So like
Oh, I do like
a
it.
99 spec, hence why I've got one.
Yeah.
Like it's dream car.
Yeah.
Always want one. 99 spec, black, just black, on wheels, subtle. No, nothing else. So just literally dropped on some nice wheels, and that has always been like, oh, that's just the best looking car in the world. But the more I look at 13, like PSs, I'm like, I actually think I prefer a PS now over the RX-7.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that, well, I don't know for a fact because I haven't driven them both, but I've obviously driven S-bodies. And a lot of people have said the RX-7 is actually wank to drift.
Oh, I heard that as well.
Yeah,
they're too gripped. Apparently, they're built for almost straight line racing.
Right.
The way the suspension works, or something. I don't actually know. I don't know much about.
That's why
them.
people don't really use. I know obviously they're a lot of money as well.
People have used them. Yeah, but everything's a lot of money.
True.
Look at fucking Martin's Chaser. How much would that be worth? It's just the
So
Chaser.
Fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cool.
And I've got to go in it.
Mate, honestly, that's so cool.
It's insane.
Yeah. It just looks
Badass.
It's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
So, right, here's one for you then. Would you rather 700 horsepower, fully built motor, any motor you want, reliable as anything. You turn the key, it's 700 horsepower, it works, whatever you want, shoots flames.
Yeah.
But that's it. That you get that given that motor, right? And let's say you're competing for a year.
Yeah.
So you get that motor, you get given it, you know you've got 600 horsepower. Or 400 horsepower, right? But you get someone to come with you to every round you compete at and tweak your suspension and your tyres.
Option 2, 100%.
Yeah, me too.
It's not
funny
about
enough.
power. It's not about power. Is obviously a thing in drifting because the more power you have, the more smoke you create, the higher you qualify because of blah blah blah.
But I think there's a level of jumping on people and being able to keep up to a certain degree with power.
Well, people have power for a reason. If it was pointless, they wouldn't do it. But I would rather have a very well set up car than a shitload of horsepower. I honestly would. I'd rather have
Yeah, me too.
If I had 700 horsepower, 600 horsepower, and a shit set up car, it's just fucking pointless. All you're doing is creating wheel speed.
Okay, so would you rather build a fully forged? Right. Okay. Yeah. So would you rather have, like, let's say, forged or motor? Right. So what? Let's just, I don't know. Let's just talk randomly. Let's say you chuck $2,000 into forging parts.
Yeah.
Right. Because take it all apart and you do yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. $2,000 on that, and then you're going to change the manifolds to better manifolds.
Yeah.
That's $3,000.
Yeah.
Another £1,000 on a set of injectors and some tuning, right? And then so you can have more power out of it, and it is how it is now, but it's more power.
Yeah.
Or would you buy £4,000 worth of Wisefab?
I wouldn't buy Wisefab.
No,
I wouldn't buy Wisefab.
no. What would you get?
No. I like the way my car feels. I've said this from the start. I want rear knuckles.
Yeah,
I
what,
need
drop,
rear,
drop knuckles.
I need them anyway. Now one snapped.
Yeah.
But
Just have to do a deal for 2 sets and buy me some.
no,
Wow. I'm glad you considered it.
I'll give you a sticker. I'll give it to your missus.
Mate, seriously. Give it to her and I'll steal it anyway. It's fine.
I've never ever desired to have Wisefab on the front from what I've heard about it. Heard it's fantastic, but you've got to put a lot of steering input in and stuff like that. And I guarantee you don't gain any more lock than what I currently have. And my car, I just love, I've grown with my car the way it feels, and I don't think I'll ever change that setup on the front I've got. I don't want to. Why would I? It feels great. To me, it feels great. Well, you've driven it. You said it just, I know you probably along the lines of the way the power's quite linear.
Yours is very linear.
Yeah. But the way it just, you can get it to sit and just crab sideways like that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, yours does. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I don't know why I
But I
would change
think
that to
because-
sit and struggle with something and learn something new. Why would I?
I think from what I understand of it is with the Wisefab, and please come on, talk to us.
Yeah, we don't own Wisefab.
Educate us. We don't
do
have
not-
Wisefab.
Yeah,
I can't even afford like the blue paint to make mine pretend to be Wisefab, let alone owning Wisefab.
that's why I buy stickers.
Yeah, you get free sticker with a tin of paint. My understanding is the potential is for grip,
Right.
speed, the settings.
Which is back.
Yeah. Yeah, but obviously as well, I mean, it's a shame Fitness not here because I'm sure he would chime in on this because he's a lot more into
He'd be able to teach us a lesson.
Yeah, he
basically.
would, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he'll tell us, has he ever drawn you like the arc and stuff? Like, and then like, it's not just the fact of like your lock is like this, it's the fact of how far your wheel moves because of the lock and stuff.
That's Ackerman, yeah.
Yeah, but all of it all adds together and pinion points and all that
Yeah.
shit. But yeah, for mine, I think I'm in the same boat. Whereas if I was going to change to Wisefab, I'd change rear before I would change front.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I was going to change the rear drop knuckles, I'd want to do front drop knuckles at the same time.
Yeah.
To straighten everything out. And that is something I would like to do. I'd probably just go G-Tech. So the
GK Tech.
Geomasters.
Geomasters, that's what I'm going for.
Is that is G-Tech in it? Is it
No,
G-Tech?
GK Tech's American.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Who makes Geomasters then?
Geomasters.
Is that a Driftworks thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they make them, they just sell them, I think.
Right, okay.
That's what I'll be going on the back of mine.
Yeah. I'd be really interested actually to bring this back up once you've done it and tell me whether or not it grips better.
Yeah.
But obviously I know the theory of it.
Yeah.
My arms sit like this at the moment,
Yeah.
so it brings everything flatter. Your suspension's going to work better because it's going to work more naturally of how it's meant to work.
Yeah.
So you're gaining that lowering without lowering.
I think it's
get
more
it.
like on squat and off squat. So you off squat on an S body, you lose side bite, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So it should keep the. Once
Should
again,
grip more.
correct us. This is just what I've heard. It should gain more side bite because you don't have to be on squat for the wheels to stay level.
Okay.
Whereas on squat, you would have it not toe. The camber would be positive camber. No, yeah, positive camber. So on squat, they straighten. Yeah, That is right, isn't it? Positive to negative. I'm making.
Yep.
I'm so tired. I
No,
know
that
all
is
this.
right, that is right.
I know all this as well, and it's just gone completely over my head. Whereas you wouldn't have to have that. It would just basically on squat
Stay.
stay. That's what I think that the aftermarket rear hubs are all about.
I thought it would. Yeah. My understanding was the fact that you lower your car, and as you lower it, everything moves, so it doesn't work as well as it should. So
Which is probably right.
that
Makes sense. It moves less.
as you drop it up.
Yeah.
It puts everything back straighter.
Yeah.
So everything works right.
So that makes sense.
it's-
Exactly the same theory.
Yeah,
that-
basically.
yeah.
Yeah. Just I think in my head it's simpler when I think about it the way I think about it, in your head, it's probably simpler to work it in the mathematical way.
Yeah.
That's just because of how we are. I'm simpler.
You are simpler.
I am pretty simple.
Yeah. You're very simple.
Wow. You're welcome for doing your car.
So you want Wise Fab? It's not my car.
No. I'm just, to be honest with you, I've never driven a car with Wise Fab. I've never experienced it. I've heard a lot of people struggle with it. I've heard a lot of people say it's amazing. But what I have noticed is the bigger boys, obviously everyone uses Wise Fab.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot to gain from it. And I mean, I feel like I would get stuck in a rut with Wise Fab, whereas I wouldn't just leave it. Whereas the fact of like, I get my car set up and I haven't got millions amounts of adjustment. I've got adjustable rear arms and stuff. Yeah. It gets set, I leave it.
Yeah.
It gets hit, I'll get it reset to where it was.
Yeah.
I feel like with Wise Fab, because the options are so big, I'll be constantly looking for that little bit better because I know it's there.
Yeah.
And I feel like it would stress me out more because every time I got in that car, I'd be like, instead of just going, fucking hell, there's no grip today, I'm driving like shit, I'd be like, why? I'm going to move something. And I feel like, do you know what I mean?
You're just going to fuck up Matt's work.
Pretty much, yeah.
Take it back into him and go, what the fuck have you done here?
To be fair, last time I took my car out for Matt to align it, he went, how the fuck have you managed to drive that? And I was like, oh, badly.
Got skills, bro.
No. More just like, don't hit the wall. And then when he set it up, I was like, oh, this drifting malarkey's not so bad, actually.
Yeah,
this car's all right, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of like cut and shut hubs.
To be fair, that's all I've had. I've never had any different.
Me too.
So obviously people will be like, "No, Fabs are way forward than that." And there's a reason why everyone uses it, and there's a reason why they're so damn expensive because they're good. But I don't see why I would change something that I've already got that's good. Do you know what I mean?
I think this would be an interesting topic to bring up with people.
Yeah.
I know, obviously, Alfie Hunter, he's always said, you need to get some Geomasters.
Yeah.
It's like, just get them. It will change your life.
Yeah.
Make it faster. That's what he's always saying. And make it more grip.
Why is he so slow then?
You nasty bitch.
Bit of truth, though, isn't it?
Bah. Bah. V8 bah.
Bah. Bah. Bah. Oh my God. I used to like V8s till I met Alfie.
You've got a V8?
Yeah. I don't like it anymore.
I'm putting in an EcoSport. 1 litre EcoBoost.
EcoBoost.
Yeah, and obviously, I don't know what kit Martin runs actually, because obviously I don't know if they do a Wise Fab for the Chaser. I imagine they probably do, but
don't know.
I do know what kit it was actually. Yeah, because he's
whatever's on it, it's not going to be shit, is it?
No, it's not at all. It's really good. Yeah, I'd be really interested if some like like some proper competitive drivers could chime in on that. Like, people in like class one.
If they've started with just like modded hubs and rack relocation, blah, 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 on their body, and then they've moved on to Wise Fab. Please let us know.
Yeah.
If you let us know, then I'm still not going to buy it because I can't afford it. But you can still let us know.
One last question.
I've got a question as well just before you end it.
No, your turn.
This is a question for people who know about S-bodies. I'm still running 4-stud on my car.
Peasant.
Why is that peasant?
Carry on.
I don't understand why people frown upon it. What the fuck does it matter?
Carry on.
I'm running 4-stud still. Are S13 4-stud and S14 5-stud bearings interchangeable with each other?
I can tell you that. Yes.
So the 4 bolts at the back?
Yes.
They bolt straight onto your hub?
Yes.
And vice versa?
Yes.
Okay.
I think.
There you go. There's the thing. So so for these,
but it's because now if you it'd be fine. Yeah.
They do fit, do they?
Yeah, I'm sure they do because
Geomaster rear hubs only do them. Well, they do them for the S13, 14, 15, but everyone labels them for the S13, 14, 15 5-studs. And
yeah, but I'm sure the 5-stud is only the bearing in there, like the 4 bolts bolt on to the back.
Is it the same?
Yeah.
Is that how you do a 5-stud conversion, basically?
Yeah, okay. I'm sure it is. Yeah, you can just buy the wheel bearing.
You don't have
basically.
to buy hubs and shit.
The hubs are all pressed into the wheel bearing.
No, as in, knuckles, drop knuckles.
Because I took, my 13 that I've got out of the workshop.
Yeah.
I took the hubs off that
Yeah.
Put them on the 14.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that they were 4-stud.
Right. So if I buy these for 600 quid, my bearings don't fit, I can shout at you.
Yeah, I'll give you 300 quid for them.
You're not having them. I'd rather fucking put them in the barbecue. Cook them next to the sausages.
Fair enough. Yeah.
What was your question? Last question.
Last question. Do you think that if you jumped in a 35 grand fully built car with 700 horsepower now, wise fab and semi slicks,
Yeah.
you would be better than you are in your car at the same track? Let's say, no, instantly. Right, let's say Driftland, because we've both been there, obviously.
Yeah.
If you turned up there to Driftland, do you reckon you could run a better, faster line in a 600 horsepower, fully set, semi-slick car, or do you reckon in your car?
Oh, I could run a better line in my car.
Now, is that confidence because it's, your car? Do you
Because it's
think?
my car. Give me a whole day of driving in this 600-700 horsepower car. I'd probably have to do the same after a whole day of driving. So, for example, if we went on practice all Saturday, I'd probably be able to do the same on Sunday. Maybe. I don't see why not. Because you can already drift, can't you? That's half the battle. If you can already drift, oh yeah, well. I can create a little bit of smoke.
Sometimes okay, sometimes not so good.
I don't reckon I'd be able to drive any car as well as I can drive my own car. I think that's a thing. I think that's an actual thing.
Yeah, it's got to be because you sat it to you and you get so used to it.
Exactly.
I used to be quite good at jumping in anything and driving anything because my cars were always so shit.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter because my cars were always bent, shit, never set up. Everything was crap. So driving anything generally felt a bit better. So I used to be, because Fitting always used to say to me, like, how can you just jump in anything and drift it? It's like, it's all right, it's easy. Like, you just get it around the corner, not too bad. Nowadays, jumping in something else, it's like, this feels alien. I can drive yours.
Yeah.
Yours is fine. But I've also driven yours a good few times.
Yeah. That's true.
So it's,
And it's also my car. If you were to smash a cone off the track with it,
I would laugh.
yeah.
Because I'd be the one that had to repair it anyway.
But I'd also
Yeah.
laugh. I'm not going to cry about it. But
No.
if you jumped in some random person's car, you'd be a bit more gingerly, wouldn't you, with it?
Yeah, which is usually when it goes wrong.
Yeah.
You need to be beating the hell out of it like it's yours.
Yeah.
Don't you? When you drive someone else's car to a certain degree.
It's just not natural.
It's not, it's weird.
In some random person's car,
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't. I'd like to think I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So what's your answer to that question?
What do I think I'd be better
Yeah.
in a?
Full setup.
I mean, the natural answer is you're going to say, I think I would, but realistically, I don't think I'd jump straight in it and be better, like you said. I think it would 100%. What's the word I'm looking for? Blow my mind in not like a, oh my God, this is amazing way. I think it would go, holy fuck, how do I drive this?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, get the fuck back in your box. Like, what are you doing in this car?
Yeah.
That's how I think I would feel in something like that. And I think it would, any confidence I have, I think it would kill it. Do you know what I mean? Because I'd be like, I've got this all singing or this all dancing sequential car now that I'm just jumping in. And you never, again, I don't know. I've never driven anything like that.
Yeah.
It might be the most fantastic thing in the world and you've got nothing but pure grip, pure power, and it's fucking
Could
easy.
be, yeah.
Because I've always said, more power you've got, the easier drifting is, but when it goes wrong, the faster you hit the wall.
Yeah.
But it's technically easier. You jump in something with power as a not very good driver, like you starting out, it's easy. It rips up.
Yeah.
But when you get it wrong, it hurts a lot more and it costs a lot more.
Yeah.
Driving something slower like an MX-5 where you've got to be so unbelievably ballsy in them because you come out of the corner slower than you go in because they lose speed because they shit. Like, it's hard to drive. Teaches you amazing because you learn the hard way and then it gets easier. You jump in something fast as your first car, 400 horsepower is your first car sort of thing. It's easy. It's so much easier to drive.
Yeah.
But when it goes wrong, it fucking hurts. It hurts your wallet and it hurts your pride.
Yeah.
Because it smashes the fuck out of it. And it will go wrong.
Yeah.
But because you can, you can always dial grip out of a car. So even if you've got 400 horsepower, you can dial it out so it's really flowy, really easy. You can't dial power into a car without spending lots of money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you can't just make your car faster by just kind of, like literally to the point of you could literally pump your tires up to 50 psi and they're not going to grip that well. So you could make that car really floaty, really easy.
Yeah.
And then you can't do, you know what I mean? It's, I don't know. I'm trying to make a point, but I'm too tired. I don't know what the point is.
I don't know where you're going with this point either. Was that a yes or no?
No.
No. You reckon
No.
you could put your current car, in places you couldn't put a 600 and 700 horsepower car straight away? The reason why I say straight away, because I reckon after a day of driving, you get used to it.
I think the bigger deal would be the semi-slicks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because
But then you still don't know how they're going to react if you don't use semi-slicks.
No, I don't.
So you could be like, you could put your foot down and go, fuck me, this isn't enough. So you've got to give it more welly just to get those semi-slicks to speed up. Or it's going to fucking yeet you forward because of the semi. You just don't know.
Panic, yeah.
Yeah, you don't know, do you?
I'd love to try. If anyone wants to donate a set of semi-slicks.
17s.
All right. Yeah, 17s.
You have to say 17s, otherwise they'll be like, yeah, it's a 15 semi-slicks.
No one's going to actually give us a pair of semi-slicks.
We got real slicks on my house.
Yeah. Are they, I wonder where they went.
They've been on my house for ages.
Oh, are they? All four of them now?
All four, yeah.
Oh, right.
Proper race slicks.
Yeah, they're about 10 years old. I don't think they're going to be very good.
I don't know. Get some heat back in them. Snap shafts.
Put them on the barbecue. Be all right for drag racing. Do a bit of drag racing.
They're 17s, aren't they?
I only say it because the jump of power, obviously, right, so I've gone from my car being 200 horsepower to 205 horsepower to 207 horsepower.
You can't even say that with a straight face.
So that jump in power, all I really noticed, because when it was standard, so the first time it got mapped, right, and it jumped, all I noticed is it spanned the wheels faster.
Yeah.
I wasn't any faster in that car.
No.
It was easier
because it spanned more as well.
Yeah, but it spanned the wheels. It spanned the wheels more, right? That was it. And then it got mapped again by Martin Batty, and it was fucking awesome. It felt like it had 500 horsepower. Like, it felt amazing. But again, it just spanned the wheels. It just spanned them up faster. It hit the lever, and then it was a case of dialing to that power, so making the car work for that power. And then when Martin mapped it the second time, and it gained a bit more, it's like, again, it was jumping in it. It felt the same because it only gained a bit. But again, it wasn't like, the car's way faster.
Yeah.
I'm way faster. I can catch anyone. It didn't make any difference. It just spanned the wheels, and it gave me the ability to add more grip.
Yeah.
To add more speed mechanically. It's not the engine as such. Like, obviously, the more power, the more grip, the faster you go.
Yeah.
So,
but then you can have
need that.
You can have too much grip for not enough power.
Yeah.
So you can't go too far with the grip. You kind of got to go your grip levels to your power levels, don't you? I think after Autofest, I feel I need a bit more grip.
Right. I feel like I could die on a bit more.
I think I need a little bit more, only because I couldn't jump. I don't know if it's because my hub snapped. I'm not sure. But I used to be able to just jump. Like on you.
But when's the last time you set your car up? Do you know what I mean? There's loads you could be missing, so it could be anything. But yeah, I think we'll end it there.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Have you got any more unpopular opinions? Because they're quite good talking points.
They are quite good talking points.
I've got not an unpopular opinion, just a statement. You know, like things that really annoy you. We should maybe do things that annoy us. I think this would be quite good as well, and then people can join in.
Skippy!
Skippy annoys you.
Just joking. Yeah, but you checked out. You could have told me earlier. I would have thought of something.
I've got one.
Go on.
Open face helmets.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Fucking detest
I don't like
an open face helmet. As soon as I see someone in an open face helmet, I'm like, let me rephrase it. A cheap
open face.
cheap.
You got the nice ones where the microphone comes down and stuff like that.
And you're like, pro.
They're pretty badass.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And most of the time you're wearing a balaclava, like a fireproof, expensive. Yeah. Okay, it looks the part, right? I get that.
Yeah.
A cheap shit piss pot, open face fucking helmet. As soon as I see someone wearing one of those, I just want to open the window and punch them square in the face. I fucking hate it. The last thing I want to look at while you're driving up to a queue or anything is your stupid fucking face. I hate it. I cannot stand open face helmets. Hate them. And that's not just limited to cars either. Motorbikes as well.
Yeah.
Every time I see someone riding behind me, in front of me, going the other way, in a piss pot, open face helmet, I want to spit in their face. And I hate spitting. But every time, I fucking disgust it. I hate it. Hate it. Do you know what it nearly winds me up as much as? Listening to people who are noisy eaters.
Oh, that's top of my list.
Oh, I can't deal with
Those
that.
fucking pricks.
Mate, I can't deal with it. When you get eating a crisp, it sounds like a giant standing on a fucking twig. Like, oh my God, like, oh, I could end your life right now.
Yeah, that's one of the top of my list. Noisy eaters.
Noisy eaters and open face helmets.
I don't like open face helmets, but I don't hate it. Like,
I hate it.
It's not a
The only
top of
time
my
it's
list.
acceptable, like I said, if it's a really
Proper
like,
race
expensive-
helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're a passenger. So you're a paid passenger in a ride and you want to experience and see everything.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, that's
As
not
a
their choice,
driver-
though, is it? That's
Yeah. Got any?
just you reminded me of the eating thing.
Awful.
Not off the top of my head, mate.
I'd rather someone walk up to me, lick my teeth, than have to listen to someone eat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Morning
I hate
breath
it.
as well.
I hate it. I'd rather someone breathe on me with their morning breath.
I'm saying lick your teeth with morning breath.
Yeah, I'd rather that. I'd go. Do you know what? Go on, give my London look teeth a lick. It's fine. I'd rather that than having to stand there or sit there or be anywhere near someone who's eating with their mouth open or making noise. And do you know what I realise I've just done? Opened up my whole world to a world of hate now. Of anyone who actually gets to the end of this video and knows us is going to stand around us eating loudly, crunching crisps and everything.
I'll start beating people up.
I'm going to start, bro, fist, bro.
My daughter will be like, my ear, elbow drop.
Knock her clean out.
Christmas cancelled this year, bitch.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, anyway, so thanks for tuning in to another Team Ronin podcast.
I hope you made it to the end. We want to go to bed, and we're making this for you.
Yeah, but I do feel sorry for having to listen to us rambling. Tired
I think
Kevin Paul rambling.
the highlight was the stickers, and I just wanted to go home after that.
Yeah,
I was
should've
tired
just-
from the laughing.
Maybe I'll just edit it there and we'll just go, that'll do.
Yeah.
We will listen back to this podcast. It makes no sense. See you next week. Yeah, as always, guys, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Come chat with us. We'll get some sleep so we're a bit more awake next week because we've got a guest.
Just this week. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, been a late couple ones. But
Take care. Thank you.
peace out.